right. Here we go. You feel that new moon energy? Holy cow, did we need to get to some Libra energy or what? How are you guys? We had a new moon probably, I don't know, about an hour or so ago. And I just love these moments when we get these new moons where it's like all of the energy settles down and everything gets quiet. It's like the earth and her beasts and the ethers and the sky. It's like they all have this similar resonance where everything just kind of calms down and it's like, okay, we're done. What's next? And it's just this really quiet, calm space. And then I don't know if you guys who are sensitive to it, maybe you felt the shift into that new moon Libra energy. Wow, I am so glad to get out of this Virgo energy. There were some really important things that happened. I want to just kind of summarize those things that we had at the end of our last third quarter moon, kind of the weird stuff happening yesterday, and we're headed with this new moon Libra USA. Let me say hello to you guys. How are you? Hi, Ellen, Beth, Sempris, Hey, Sandra, Bonnie, Connie, Sophie, Mountain Dancer, Pearly, Carmen, Gloria, Grandmere, Kim. Yes, happy Libra season, Dr. Nancy. Hi, Tarot Love Community, Nana, Teresa, and Paisley. Yes, please hit the thumbs up button. I would so appreciate that. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Hi, Jennifer, Jules, Pamela. Yippee! Pamela made it to alive. I know you were kind of struggling this last month with these Virgo energies. Hi, Rob, Carol, Robin, Juno, Moonchild, Rachel. Good to see all of you. So, Pamela, I finally felt an energy shift yesterday midday. Well, that is really interesting to me because there was a lot happening in these last 24 hours. And, you know, I think in the last live, I was talking about all the craziness that was going on and how it was related to so much of the things that changed in 2020. And that we are coming up to eclipse season in November. But I also said that we kind of were out of that chaos with eclipse energy because usually it's like the physical body feels it. Well, at the end, like these last several days, I have been in this weird, wonky feeling space. And I'm like, okay, this might be eclipse energy because it's like I wasn't in a migraine. It felt kind of like the aura before you have a migraine. But the thinking was weird. The environment just kind of felt bizarro. I think the word is kind of bizarro. Like you don't really feel like you're connected to kind of reality, but there's just kind of like this haze and this weird kind of confusion that's seeping in. It's like, what is going on here? Well, we indeed were in, and we still might be triggering off some of the eclipse energy that was actually from the new moon in Taurus. And I'll tell you why, because you guys know that with our new moon, see, I didn't want to start writing already, but oh well. So with our new moon in Libra, which is at 2 degrees Libra, you know there's 30 degrees in each sign. So we hit our first day of fall a couple days ago. But even before that, so it's on, did we hit that like Friday or like I think Friday. Friday was 0 degrees Libra. But then, you know, we had Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday. So, Virgo. I'm just counting backwards here. So, this week, there was a lot that happened. Again, my brain kind of feels blank on it. But we were in these late degrees of Virgo. And Virgo is ruled by Mercury, okay? Mercury and Gemini both are ruled by Mercury. And so we happen to be in a Mercury retrograde, which means we are in a place of revisiting things. Like Putin had to revisit how he was going to manage his war, calling up 300,000 maybe it'll work for him. I don't know. He decided to go to war during Mercury retrograde, which is just kind of like been a big dud for him. The other thing we have had besides this Mercury retrograde is Venus has been also going through Virgo. Well, Venus, she is not settled in Virgo. She's kind of weak. And I was expecting with this transit of Venus in Virgo that we would be seeing more deplorable, disgusting GOP behavior, because whenever Venus is weak, it's like we see who they truly are. And that's when they act their grossest yuck. They went super anti-migrant with all the shenanigans that they were pulling with flying migrants out to Martha's Vineyard, etc. They seem to be, banging the drum again about being totally anti-abortion and Roe, etc., etc. They are just their ugliest when Venus is a Virgo. And it's almost like they get high when Venus is weak. Well, Venus is going to shift here into Libra in her dominion soon. I haven't checked the dates, but I would expect it this week. So they've been getting bolder and bolder. Mercury is retrograde, okay? Venus is weak. And these late degrees in the USA chart, this is what they love. At 22 degrees Virgo is USA natal Neptune. Again, remember I was describing earlier how things just felt kind of like bizarro world, not being able to really think clearly, kind of in this lost kind of fog and just slippery, weird stuff happening. Well, Neptune is also that planet of deception, that confusion. Neptune has to do with humidity. When we get mass amounts of humidity that is just kind of like overwhelming and overpowering, it's in the air. You can't see it, but you can feel it, and it definitely affects your physical body. Neptune in the USA chart represents for the GOP white supremacy, and it represents their gaslighting. It represents how they move the goalposts and everything that they're doing. And I am going to go ahead and suggest that this probably applies to our friends over there in the UK with the Tories, who are just very much kind of in line, in sync, in step, like with the USA Republican Party with Putin's wishes, okay? Side note, I was also talking a lot at the last reading, USA Pluto Return. Pluto came back. This is her long year of USA Pluto Return. We have to keep in mind that the UK is involved with that as well, because when USA declared independence and we got the horoscope for her chart, well, that's when we declared independence from Great Britain. So this was kind of definitely a point in their history going forward. So they're having a Pluto return as to when USA declared her independence, okay? And a lot of the shifts we were seeing, with the passing of Queen Elizabeth, with the upheaval in Iran, it's all kind of going back to a lot of the astrology I was talking about last time, okay? But are you guys with me? Let me say hello really quickly. Are we here? I just feel like there's something. Hello. Dr. Nancy, it's been backfiring. A lot have been backfiring. Hi, Jessica's at work. You go work. Work the best ever. What? Giuliani is going to jail. He failed to appear. Okay, I feel like I've also missed a lot from this weekend. Okay. So let me get, again, back to these late degrees before we got to our first day of fall and what was happening. Back on, I think it was April 30th, we had a new moon. I just had my chart and I just put it away. I'm not going to go chase it. Okay, we had back on, I think it was April 30th. We had a new moon in Taurus, which was at 10 degrees. It was actually in square to Donald's Pluto, the thing that gives him power. But interestingly, we had Venus and Jupiter conjunct at 27 degrees Pisces, and Mars was at something Pisces. Where was it in Pisces? It was at 11 Pisces. And Mercury was at 0 Gemini. That's right. I was saying last spring at this time, because way back then, Mercury retrograded in Gemini. I was saying that everything that was going on around this time would be activated again this fall, because Mars would be Gemini, and Mars would retrograde in Gemini and be there for about 6 months. So this time point, April 30th, has really remarkably long staying power for this eclipse. But here's the thing. We had Venus and Jupiter. Venus gains money. It's data. It's the things that are valuable to you. That's tangible. It could even represent like a virus, because that like affects economy, health, people, your bodies. Okay. But Venus conjunct Jupiter expands things, which is watery, and it has to do with like the law, especially. So we have these things related, like maybe like to money and the law, getting things in Pisces, okay? Because Pisces can be deceptive and kind of create that haze. This is where the Republican Party, especially Putin, loves to do their deceptive stuff. They hide behind Virgo, Neptune, but their crimes always kind of come up under this sign of Pisces. And then there was Mars, 11 degrees Pisces, that was kind of activating and kind of turning up the heat on that water, bringing things to a boil, so to speak. So last week then, as the sun was coming around to fall, we have 27 degrees. This was Tuesday. The sun had moved opposite these points, Venus and Jupiter, the cloud, the haze of what was going on back then. I don't know when Putin announced that he was going to have 300,000 more soldiers, people called up. That's the timing. We're on the other side, and now his plan has come through because he's reevaluated. And it started to hit Mars there. Mars has been in square to this Gemini. So we've had a lot of this activity happening, not only like with white supremacy, and then also the GOP being their worst, because how I was describing earlier, they're just their worst under these conditions. And it's like those plans that they had back in April are coming to surface. Another thing that is surfacing that I was very interested in, especially with this Venus and Jupiter, has to do with the economy and the global recession. This absolutely is related to that. Have you noticed how dead silent the Republican Party has been about the supply chain? They were going crazy about that last year and blaming Biden, blah, blah, blah. They've been silent. When they get really quiet on certain issues that maybe they liked before and they would scream about before, and now they're quiet, it's because they're waiting for something to bubble to the surface. And I really think this has stuff to do with the global recession and the economy. And I'm so glad we're in our new moon Libra so that we can address this. So we are going to address this later collectively when we write our new moon wishes, okay? I hope you guys brought pen and paper. If you're new to my channel, this is one thing I do like every month, like once a month. I just assign homework, but it's like group homework, because we're more powerful together when we use our collective focus as we write down our collective wishes. Because literally, as above, so below, we are taking in information, thinking about stuff from the cosmos. It's coming down into the earth, up through the crust in our feet. And those ideas now are getting put to the hand, ruled by Mercury, and put to paper. And because of the time it takes to write, it kind of like you slow down time and you crystallize things. Which, now I'm being told to show you guys this. For whatever reason, I'm still trying to figure it out, but I decided to grab it anyway. We have a piece of petrified wood. I mean, this takes hundreds of millions of years to create. It's wood that's been petrified, where all like the cellular material has been replaced with minerals over time. And when I'm thinking about this, I keep getting, we've been here, we've done this before. Yeah, there's a lot of chaos on the surface, like slippery Neptunian stuff that's very scary on the surface of the world. But it's like, we've been here. How did you think we got here with all these Saturn, Pluto conjunctions and Cap? Do you know how many times we've done this? So I am so glad that we are here with our new moon in Libra, because it kind of gets us out of kind of this muck that's been on the surface. USA has been reborn. It's rippling out throughout the globe this entire year. But there are things that are so well anchored. The truth, I'm getting back to the time of, like Rome, the Egyptians. There has been so much focus and work on our planet to get it to this space, and nobody's going to let this get effed up. Okay, so this is staying with us as a touchstone. I don't know why. How are you guys doing? I need to drink of water real quick. How are you doing? Yes, it is very heavy. AJ, I feel petrified today. No reason to feel petrified. Good night, Val. Elektra Storm, I'm expecting an October surprise from the Republicans. You know what? I'm kind of expecting that as, you know what? Let's grab some cards, because they are up to no good. Like when your kids or your puppies are too quiet in the other room doing something. That's how it feels. I will tell you, after throwing cards on this, our government, I need to turn this on. Our government knows they're up to no good. That'll help with the glare. They know that the economy and the recession are really being artificially influenced, and it's by the same freaking groups of people around the world. So it's like there are so many things our administration is having to counter, and it's a lot of stuff that we don't even see. So I feel like they are diligently working on an October surprise. They've just been too quiet lately. They've had so many losses because of Don Julio. Oh my gosh, I've got stuff to tell you guys. Okay, you know what? We're going to kind of do some wishes, and we're going to intermix them. I want GOP October surprise to be a major dud and to totally backfire badly. Okay, so you guys, basically, you write what I write. Use whatever words work for you, okay? It doesn't have to be verbatim. Because I'm a Scorpio, I always write my desires, wishes, with a phrase, I want, because that's what gets our creative juices going. Taurians, on the other hand, no. They like to, they have stuff. So words might work better for them with I have, because that just gets them digging deeper into that manifesting energy. For me as a Scorpio, I have is like so boring to me. So write them how they work for you, okay? So I want the Republican Party's October surprise to be a major dud and totally backfire. Tarot, can you show me what's this October surprise? Oh, they think they're idiots, because I'm sorry, they just started working on this during the retrogrades, and now they're feeling all cool because they're Venus and whatever. Okay, so, this feels teeny, but they think it's awesome. This is the October surprise. I want to know how USA is getting ready to counter this. They're already caught. They're already caught. So how are we planning for this surprise? Oh, this feels like it's overseas. Like we okay, GOP. Oh, the Queen of Pentacles. The queens are nations, can be people. I mean, it could be like their gross judges that they bought. But usually the Queen of Pentacles is another nation with money, data. Usually Putin Russia, which is like the front for Russia, China, Russia, Iran, Russia, blah, 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 blah. The Hierophant is this supposed to, yep. And an unconventional government. Their unconventional government that they want, that is very much modeled after Russia, because they just want to, it's about power and money. Queen of Swords, the courts, the laws. Is this a hacker? No. Courts, legal system. So this is their October surprise. You get the Two of Wands they've put out there. Balance. They think they've got something balanced out, like covering all their bases of a surprise. There are people that they're paying. There are other groups who are paying into this that are trying to show something that's out of whack. Hermit reversed. They've been working on this for a while. We're not supposed to see this. They think they have some sort of intel or some sort of surveillance that they have. Justice. Having to do with the law. Justice. Leading to a big fake secret. What's this big fake secret about? A person with... I don't know if this is Biter Hunting again. Hunter Biden again. This is someone with money. Stealing money. Spy. An agreement. The Fool. To be charged. They might be trying to set up someone that they should be charged. There's the High Priestess. Or maybe they're expecting charges. It's almost like they're trying to counteract that. Whatever might come out of DOJ, you know, it's like they try to run the same parallel story to throw everyone off. This is supposed to be their October surprise. Our government, though, has been planning. The government is right side up. Our agencies, the government. My yes card means someone's a contact person. They're the point person for something, but it's reversed, meaning this is being hidden. This is, what's being hidden? The Six of Swords, how we are countering what they're doing. We know about whatever it is they're trying to set up. On the bottom of this, we have the Emperor. The Emperor is, this is Donald. He thinks he's the Emperor. The GOP calls him the Emperor. With his little pages, his little spies that are all over the place. Two of Swords. Nope, this is reversed. Trying to single out and separate whoever it is that they're trying to target, okay? This might be about migrants. This might be about migrants. So we're countering that. The Ten of Wands, fast data transfer. There's your Six of Pentacles reversed. Fast data transfer, Six of Pentacles reversed. So this is like intel. They're trying to create a result, but we know what that is. And it's like when you get the Six of Pentacles reversed, it's not being charitable. It's just like stealing or just acting in such a manner that it just takes away a chance for anyone to even act out, okay? Kind of like blowing up ammunition over there in the Russia. They can't use it anymore. Leading to the Five of Swords. Whoa! Five of Swords? What do you mean Five of Swords? Because that's usually the mafia. And the these fives and the Eight of Swords. So I feel like they're also trying to disrupt an intel op that they have going on with another nation that is trying to disperse all of that story, that information everywhere to terrorize people or argue that people should be locked up or put away. Globally, though, we're countering this through the Empress, a poop ton of information we have around the globe. But these guys are so dumb. I just don't get how they did not even compensate or consider the fact that, yeah, maybe Five Eyes or maybe GCHQ, maybe we have other allies that help us with intercepts. The Three of Cups. We know about their conspiracy. The Knight of Pentacles, the people that are out there getting the messages and information. From the Queen of Pentacles, that nation, their plan. Seven of Swords, to steal it away, to steal the narrative. So, yes, I feel like they do have this sad, silly little October surprise. I don't think it's going to get a lot of traction. I think it's just going to be like another thing this week that dominates the trends and confuses everyone. We need to talk about that because I want to know what's going on here. Like the China coup. What the heck was that with that hashtag going on? Let me check in with you guys. How are you guys doing? How are you doing? William, looks like the repukes are going to combust. They have no other option but to. Hi, Charlie Smith. Okay, Elon Musk to use to rid of the space debris he keeps leaving behind. Yes, okay. I want Elon Musk, Russia, China to clean up their space debris. Stop being space slobs. That's so gross. That's just, and the fact that he behaves like this and doesn't think anything else of that, he's sloppy in that regard, like the transnational mob is. They don't care. They've had people clean up after them all the time. Someone else will take care of it. So yeah, I want Elon Musk and Russia and China to clean up their space debris. Just stop being so slobby. Take care. Take care of our stuff. Right? Like a biter hunted. Queen, please light my candle. Okay, this is a fake candle because remember last time I set stuff on fire? But I just saw that, I just reposted that video I did with Matt Gaetz and Mr. Epps. Holy cow, from April 2021. All that stuff was surfacing last week. But I noticed in that video I had my fake candle going and it just looked pretty. I wanted to be pretty again. So without setting things on fire and being a fire hazard, because you know that happens. I have more problems with water than fire, but still, it's happened. Okay. Maybe the aliens will send the debris back to his home, right? Okay. So, you know, the past 24 hours, I just really haven't been paying attention to very much. Oh my God. Okay, so I have to tell you guys this little story because it's kind of cool. So last night we had the neighborhood poker tournament. We do this like once a month with like our neighbors. You know, people get together and do it. And I didn't know how to play. I just started playing like last year because, I'm like, I'm in my 50s. I just better learn how to play this game anyway. But it's fun. So they did this thing where they did a tournament, which, anyway, everyone starts out and you got like 3 tables of people. And then over time, the winners, you get down. We had like the final 5 people at this table. And it gets to the point, like, even though it's just $20 to get in, you still use chips that are like $1,000 and minimum bids that are like $2,000 and $4,000. It's just so funny. But that's just the way it is. So, like, my husband, he like gets to this final table. I was out early on. And so, but to keep things going, because now there's so many chips, there's so many people. There's this one guy, I was so grateful for him. He ended up being the dealer because we don't know what we're doing and there's just stuff flying out. So he's keeping it organized. Meanwhile, there's 2 decks of cards, okay? So they would go through a deck and I would just sit there and watch the game and I would just be going like this, how I shuffle tarot cards, and I would just shuffle the decks really good. And then when the round was over, he'd grab the deck, I would cut it really quickly. He'd grab the deck just to keep things moving. So, and then I'm like shuffling the next deck. You guys, I'm sitting next to my husband. He freaking won. He was the last man standing. And it was crazy the way he was winning. There were hands where you get your 2 cards and he just folded. For example, he had like a 4 and a 5. Well, so I remember I saw them, the 4 and the 5, and he just folded. He's like, I am not going to do the $2,000 to get in and play. Well, then the dealer, the first 3 cards that come up was a 4, 5, 4. And my husband and I are like, oh my gosh. Because had he stayed in, that's a full house. No matter what, it was better than like a pair of aces if someone had a pair of aces. And so we were freaking out. And then like the dealer and someone else looked to see what was going on. And like they wanted to vomit because he gave up those cards. But I can't stop laughing because I'm like, oh, weird how that happens. Like the cards just work out. So there were hands where he just folded and didn't play. Like there was one that had like an ace and like a 2. And he's like, forget it. Well, everyone had bad hands. If he had stayed in there, that ace just being a high card would have won. But I'm just like, so we got to see this. So I'm like, I think it maybe my shuffling had something to do with that, So I just want to see, Tarot, what were my hands doing with this game? Show me shuffling. I'm shuffling. They're going out to everybody. Going out to hubby. This is the winner. The King of Swords. Well, that's thinking. A lot of thinking going on at this poker party. 2 of Swords. To find out who's going to be the last man standing. 2 of Swords. So I'm shuffling. The King of Cups. Hubby's next to me. I want him to win. The 6 of Pentacles. There's a lot of balance with the cards. Being charitable. So my shuffling is being charitable to my husband. That's so crazy. I wasn't trying to do anything nefarious at all, you guys. But these are the cards going out to everybody else. The 10 of Swords losing, covered by Justice. And I'm shuffling to them. The Devil. These are your bad cards. You're stuck with them. Sorry. And so this is my husband. The Queen of Wands. Her with her leadership. And those cards. All those cards keep piling up next to him. The 9 of Swords. It's anxious. We're anxious. But the 9 of Swords, the 10 of Swords, they're done. You're not, buddy. Because the winner, the Knight of Pentacles, Look at those pentacles had good cards. Good cards. Three of Pentacles. Two of Cups. Because something happened with those cards being thought out and dealt. I just had to share that story with you guys. I just thought that was hilarious. It's so funny. I know, shuffling for my sweetie. I know that I'll never be able to shuffle again. But, so we'll just see. Now I'm like, I've got to keep track of that. And I got to be aware of who I'm sitting next to. But I was only shuffling because I was out. And then, like, earlier, I was like, I want to win, though. So it felt like that kind of carried over to that, right? Okay. Nancy, our friend once asked me to Reiki the slot machine she was playing. She hit a $100 jackpot. We both just about died laughing. I have not seen it. I know, you guys, there's something there. Plus, hubby and I were having some really good synergy with the cosmos. Okay. I want to get back to, like, there were like 3 things I wanted to catch up with you guys on from this past week that were really important that, of course, didn't get a lot of coverage. Here they are. Look at my sad little notes. So, holy shit. Oh my God, you guys. I already forgot about this. I thought this happened like, weeks ago. So, we found out this week that the Department of Justice, when they had that search warrant, they unredacted some more things. And what we found out was that they got closed caption video at Mar-a-Lago for the 6 months prior. So the raid was at the Lion's Gate. You guys, holy crap. That takes us back to, holy shit. Oh my gosh. That takes us back to February. Holy crap. I can't even speak. That takes us back to February. February was the month. Those, they decided they were going to overturn Roe. We found out later that was the month. I have a thread on Twitter about, you know what else happened in February? You know what else happened in February besides Putin going to war? There was another thing like this that they decided on. USA Pluto Return #1. Holy cow. And Putin invades. That was just in February. And then, I don't even know why I'm doing this way. So for these 6 months, we have surveillance. Oh, and then we have eclipses in Taurus. And then we have Pluto return #2 and crazy Leo season, which was so symbolic because it was POTUS getting his new moon in Leo, Leo representing a leader, and in our Pluto return year, surging forth with the United States. I'm just going to write a wish here real quick. I want everyone totally busted, stolen docs, and for USA Americans to get it. Undeniably, he stole it. Oh my God. And then we had hearings. Okay? Queen, the candle just started flickering when my throat went dry. Well, we'll just keep that fake candle here. I'm actually getting really warm too. I'm going to turn on this fan real quick. So they asked for 6 months of surveillance. I need smaller. I want to see the six, each month, 6 most important things related to what happened at Mar-a-Lago with the surveillance, okay? And then we're going to do what the government got. February. Ooh. We have eclipses. May. June. July. Raid. Okay? What did we get? What did the U.S. government get because of this? February, March, April. Eclipse. Whoa. June, July, to the search. That's weird. That was all reversed there. 7 of Pentacles. A lot of stuff related to documents on that video. That was related to judgments that Mar-a-Lago was using documents to catch other people, other entities, but so they could stockpile. This is like an investment so that he can fight back, okay? So in February, 3 of Cups is the freaking conspiracy within the United States and with, nope, people in the United States conspiring to make this happen. That's on video. March, the 5 of Wands. Now these wands, it's not the fighting. I just got, yes, there is resulting fighting from those documents, but this also has to do with the distribution of those documents and how Wands leadership was used. April, the devil, that is Russia, China. This is big. This month of March is related to a major change in how it's being used and what he's doing. February, March, April, May, eclipse, terrorism. Oh, I feel like these are the people that have been killed as a result. May, terrorism. I am thinking of Uvalde. I am thinking of domestic terrorism. Yep. Actions to kill, maim, or terrorize. I don't know how this is on video, but this is related to these events. May, June. Separation from. This is the FBI saying that we had our counter intel person go down there in June. Make sure these are locked up. This is separating. This was pre-planned. This is separating what I'm going to keep here and give to them and pretend like I gave them, but I'm going to keep some stuff for myself. July. Did I say July was Pluto return number 2? The High Priestess, the big secret then, after holding some reserves for himself, leading to the raid. The King of Wands. The action. This is more like our FBI, because usually the FBI is the Knight of Wands. They take action for the agency, but this is, we're coming in, okay? These are the most important things related to those documents at Mar-a-Lago. The United States, the 6 of Pentacles. In those 6 months of those video, we are seeing what we're getting from this is charitable. Money exchange, quid pro quo, Tower. and how this charitable action was used to create destructive environments. Stuff went all over the place. This includes Trump Tower. But we're finding out the danger that and the plans that were put out to cause this in the world. Back in February, we have, Moon reversed. This is my Russia-China card. There's something about those documents that they know are related to Russia-China. March, the Page of Wands, those people who took that information and did something with it. April, the Eight of Pentacles, putting those documents to work for the machine, to subvert things, to trigger things. Here's the eclipses in May. We have the Knight of Wands reverse. See, this feels bigger to me. We are taking this information and now we are going to go undercover and provoke things. The world reversed globally. I can't remember what happened in May, but this is now taking this and using it on a world level, distributing it. This is what we're able to trace back just from those 6 months of video. June, the Nine of Pentacles. Reversed, that is security. This is freaking national security. We have, June, what do we know about this? Using this to attack, compromise our national security. There we go. The devil. Donald's agreement, February, March, April to June. Coming together, his plans. July, Pluto return number 2. Those videos show the Six of Cups reversed. Going back. Oh, no. This is not just going back. This is the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups I kept seeing all over the place. The Six of Cups, June, that's when counter-espionage went down there. Say, lock that stuff up. But the reversed is now our intel has been able to sort through what this is, tied to which people from the past and their signature on intercepts, what was taken from Mar-a-Lago and used. Got it? They've already been able to figure that out, leading to the search, the Ten of Pentacles of Mar-a-Lago. That's what they got. So that was one thing I did not want to forget. How are you guys doing? Oh, thank you, Marie. Pamela, wow, I know. Hi, all. Hi, Rick. Ditto. Okay. So, there goes my throat. So, that makes me happy that they're way... My gosh, Merrick Garland is so far ahead of the game. Okay, so that was one thing I wanted to make sure we didn't lose. Okay, another thing that happened. Oh, and another thing that happened. I'll just mostly tell you about it. We don't... So, in the past week, I think I might have mentioned this at the last reading. There was a raid on an oligarch in Bulgaria. Okay, it didn't get much coverage, but I could just kind of feel people here just kind of wince. Show me that raid. There was also another huge raid. I think it was on fentanyl. This raid in Bulgaria on a Russian oligarch, Two of Swords, covered by the Queen of Wands. The challenge is the Two of Cups. So they went in to figure out what they needed to get because it was related to the agreements, like with money laundering, etc. Okay? And I felt the SCOTUS 5, when I say the SCOTUS 5, you guys know who I'm talking about. Alito, Clarence, Gorsuch, Barrett, and whatever, Kavanaugh. They winced. SCOTUS 5 winced about the payments, the money that was going in and out. I got a lot of ACB. point of power. She knows that's the challenge. What else? ECB did not like that. Because it went directly to the Ten of Pentacles, the dynasty, not here, abroad. And I think Judge Cannon too. What was that? Oh. Those in the government, like Judge Cannon, that were placed there, there's a lot of them. And the Three of Wands, oh boy, these just feel messy. Forfeit. Yeah, so we have the Three of Wands, Seven of Swords, Ten of Swords. They did not like this because things are going to have to be forfeited because they got caught. And I know the Ten of Swords, someone is done, but this is also the tens, the swords with intelligence and documents and theft and hacking. The 10 is the final point that maybe domestic intelligence gets to before it heads off to a court card, like a page, because it's made its journey, it goes to the page that delivers it to another court. So these people in our government who are upset about this, it halts them in their tracks because of whatever they have planned going on. Does it make sense? Okay. Let's, because Libra has to do with the scales of justice and money and income and bribes. Let's write some more. I want U.S. government and the world to completely and totally ID I mean, there was that $250 million theft through PPP money. ID money laundering, crypto laundering, crypto and data laundering, and to easily bring down syndicates, have people flip, take out the fascists, and quickly jail, recover money. Okay, so I want the U.S. government and the world to completely and totally ID and all that money laundering, all that crap, the trafficking, smuggling, all that stuff, all the crypto crap, the data laundering, the data theft. Let's just quickly find this, wrap it up easily, bring the charges, bring down all these crime syndicates that lead to the world leaders and the pretend people who think maybe they are, they're not, Don Julio, and all of their runners like the Republican Party and the fascists, and quickly jail them and recover money and make it crystal clear that people get it. Hi, Sampras. It's okay. Everyone do what you got to do. Yes. Okay. I want total protection for Lisa Monaco. Obviously, Attorney General Garland, but you guys, she's doing some massive, major stuff. And Deputy Vanita Gupta. I want an end to whatever's going on in Florida, Texas, Arizona with the crap that they're laundering. I know there are more states. I just got Louisiana, Alabama, everyone, Georgia, on the coast, North Carolina. We're done. We're done here. I want U.S. Here goes my throat. The good thing, okay, so we're going to go back to our Pluto return number 1 because it's very important for the Libra and the scales of justice in the United States. Oh my gosh. I am so sorry. I have not even been able to talk at all about the 3 Jupiter-Pluto conjunctions in 2020. That's what's taking out the fascists, the rise of nationalism, all that stuff. I have not even been able to talk about that. Okay, where's USA SIBLEY? I wish I had a clear, okay. No, that's not it. Okay, we're going to use this one. So, I know there's a lot of writing on this. The most important thing I want you to see on this USA chart, because this is a thing that was especially giving us problems in the past decade or two. Okay, so in the USA chart, this big line going across, this is the eastern horizon and the western horizon. The sun rises in the east. When it's directly overhead, it hits this point, and then we have the afternoon, evening, and it sets. And then when it goes below the horizon, we can't see it because we've spun. It's on the other side of the world, so to speak. Okay, so in the USA chart, what crowns our chart that everybody knows the United States is about is the scales of justice. Libra. Libra is the sign of the scales of justice and balance, okay? Saturn is, and it is so strong, I can't think of the word I'm thinking about. It is quite at home here in Aries Libra. Having a Saturn placement in Libra is exquisite because it really helps to even things out, find its balance, and Saturn being the authority and being government, it's the authority. No one is above the law. We are about democracy. People know that the scales of justice are important in the United States of America, and it's been going on for 250 years. The problem, the dog, I might have to leave for a moment, is that this 10th house, this is intercepted. Where Saturn is, this whole action, the activity here taking place in the 10th house. Oh, just a second, you guys. Hi there. Okay. No. Hi. I know, you're here. My dog, okay. This is intercepted. Nothing can happen here. It means that Libra starts this 10th house and it ends, meaning that if anything wants to get done here, it can only happen in the sign of Libra. And so over time, what we found is that, it takes so long to get anything done. The Republicans knew how to manipulate this so we would get ground down and stuck. But we had this thing called the Pluto return back in February. And what happened then is it obliterated this interception. It totally freed it up because at that Pluto return, now Libra was down here, Aries was up here, and it was all free and moving. I have to call my family, just a second. I have to call my family and tell them to get the dog. Hey, can someone get Coco? Okay. I'm sorry, just a second. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay, they're not here. I'm sorry. Okay, so at our Pluto return, this got obliterated. So we are free to move. We no longer have this backlog, okay? So what it does by default then is that it ruins the playbook for the Republican Party. So what do we want for our scales of justice, you guys? What do we want? And this is our first Libra new moon. Hello. that is at 2 degrees. It's inside that area that was locked up, so to speak. So I want our scales of justice to work with ease. You know what? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just 1 minute. What? Just 2 minutes, okay? I'm sorry I have to take a 2-minute break. Okay, I'm back. I'm so sorry for that, you guys. Whew! Okay, so what do we want with our scales of justice? Sorry about that. 98 bottles of beer. Oh, thank you so much for your donation. Okay. With ease and fluidity. I was writing about our scales of justice. Because they're free now. I want DOJ to find super creative, efficient ways to expedite their work and integrate agencies, resources. I want those thwarting for harm to be nothing of influence. Poof. Slides, I just felt it just slid right off. So I want our scales of justice to work with ease and fluidity. I want our Department of Justice to find super creative, efficient ways to expedite their work and integrate agencies and resources domestically and globally. I want those who are thwarting the Department of Justice for harm to be of no importance, to be of no influence, okay? Because doing the cards and everything, of course, the Republican Party is doing everything they can do. Judges like Judge Cannon are not falling in line. And this even goes further out to our economy and to the global recession. The same players are there trying to thwart progress on every level. I want all bad intending, because maybe they're not all bad, but judges, what are they called? The people who do the inspection generals, leadership positions, installed by Donald to suddenly leave, be gone, that they're so impotent and anti-democratic USA, it's embarrassing. They leave. Their influence dissolves. Anything else? Oh, Elektra. I want all of DT's spies out of USG ASAP. Okay, you got a lot. I'll add that one too. What did you say, Elektra? I want the Federalist Society. I want the Federalist Society. My logic. The logic can wait. To be dismantled. Dismantled. Their influence disappeared. Their activities uncovered. I don't have enough room. I'll get to that. So I want our scales of justice to work with ease and fluidity. I want them to find super creative ways to expedite their work and integration with other agencies and resources. I want those that are thwarting the DOJ and harming us to be nothing of influence and just go poof. I want all bad intending judges, inspector generals, etc., leadership positions installed by Donald to suddenly leave, be gone, that they're so impotent and anti-democratic USA, it's embarrassing. They leave, they're gone, their influence dissolves. I want all of DT's spies out of US government ASAP. I want the Federalist Society to be dismantled, their influence disappeared, and their activities uncovered. You guys are sure have a lot to say about this. I think we've written about this before, but I know that it's just like, you know, can you just feel like how much it's been leveled up here? Oh my gosh, we have the J6 hearings. I want everyone to watch the J6 hearings. I want everything to come out that directly points to DT conspirators committing a coup. And all that funded it. Out in the open, and MSM reports 100% everywhere. I want everyone to watch those hearings. I want everything to come out that directly points to him, it's conspirators committing the coup, and all that funded it out in the open, and that the MSM report it actually as such. I don't know why. Show me GINNI. What's GINNI doing right now? In the past. Ginny Thomas, King of Cups world star. She was at the very heart of this, you guys. Three of Wands. She helped put that out there on a global level. The Ten of Wands. All the points of interest that she had, sharing with data and information. Her challenge right now is that she cannot be so charitable with data, with those things, because she is caught. What's raining down? That's Donald, because in the past she took some leadership to overthrow the government and have, overthrow POTUS. She and Clarence are in a lot of trouble, even when it comes down to, oh my God, what was the most recent thing that they were involved in? They're toast. That's all I can say. I forgot what I was going to say about this. Whoopsie, I've got some cards here that don't belong. I grabbed the wrong thing. See? Little spies trying to even hide in the normal government cards. Can't make that up. Okay. Here we go. Sorry about that. Okay. Oh, somebody wants to win money. Okay, I want to win money too. I want to win. I want to win money, find money, have a nice helping of money. I would love to have fun with money. I want money to date me. I want to be friends with money. I want money to like me as much as I like money. I want to tell new money stories. I love money. Money is fun. And it's fun to share, do things with money. I want to, oh, there goes, that's the zinger, you guys. Here goes my throat. Here we go. I want to trust money. I want to reset my relationship with money. I want to get to know me as the me who is so at one with money. Got it? I want to win, and I want to win money. I want to find money, have a nice helping of money. I would love to have fun with, oh gosh, with it. I want money to date me. I want to be friends with money. I want money to what? To want me as much as I want money to like me as much as I like money. I want to something new money. I want to tell new money stories. I love money. Money is fun, and it's fun to share, do things with money. I want to trust money. I want to reset my relationship with money. I want to get to know me as the me who is so at one with money. I trust my debts. Is that too far? I trust my debts have served me, and I have served them. I want closure on debts and the feeling of lack of money to cover debts. I really want new spaces in my life and perception that have nothing to do with debt. I want that sense of relief and freedom and comfort, because I know not of debt. So, I trust my debts have served me and I have served them. I want closure on debts and the feeling of lack of money to cover debts. I really want new spaces in my life and new perceptions that have nothing to do with debt. I want that sense of relief and freedom and comfort because I know not of debt. That innocence of life to return because there is no debt. And as such, here we go to the next one. I want to honor my responsibilities and promises I've made and kept to myself. I want a sense of confidence and loyalty to my resources that resonate wellness and love, care of me. I want to stop, you getting this? Sacrificing you know what I mean? Sacrificing too much for so little. I am responsible and I love this responsible me, okay? So, I want to honor my responsibilities and the promises I've made and kept to myself. Libra, even though it has to do with the sign of partnership and relationships, this is about the relationship with yourself, okay? This is not going to be about me and you. This is about me and the relationship I have with me. This needs to be addressed. Got it? I want a sense of confidence and loyalty to my resources that resonates wellness and the utter love and care of me. I want to stop sacrificing so much of me for so little. It's exhausting. I can feel that, you guys. I'm a responsible person. I love being a responsible person. And that responsibility then is able to fill me up and just keep lighting my way. I love this responsible me. Wow, what a riff, you guys. How are you doing? Oh, wait, where are you guys? Where are you guys? Good health, money vibes. Hello, welcome. Oh my gosh, my chat was set so far back. You guys, look at you. I love it. Okay. I'm getting with the scales of justice because I was talking about us and others. Oops. I want USA to have a good relationship with migrants, immigration, and the balance of who we really are. I want the separation, dividing of people, the war on one another to end. I want MSM to stop echoing GOP political monstrosities. I want people to reclaim the balance of power. Is it raining? I want the USA to have a good relationship with their migrants, to have a policy that addresses the balance of the whole and who we really are. I just want to end this stupid separation and dividing and conquering of people. The war on the other to end. I want MSM and everyone to quit echoing these stupid political monstrosities. I want people to reclaim the balance of their power. Here we go to row. I want a better row. I want, which amendment is it? The ERA passed. I want a real SCOTUS. Whatever it takes. SCOTUS courts that work for we the people. I want Dems to sweep the midterms. There you go, Pamela. I want the John Lewis Voting Rights Act passed in its entirety. What else do we got? What else do you guys have? I want to block stop GOP from taxing, what is this? Student loan forgiveness. I want college to be free as our birthright. I want to overturn Citizens United. What was the thing that Senator Whitehouse had to pass the something, I forgot what that was. I want radically awesome healthcare, care for all. I want EPA to ensure clean water, air, everywhere. You guys, a lot is going to happen this month with the Sun in Libra. The Disclose Act. I want Disclose Act. Okay, I want the John Lewis Voting Rights Act passed in its entirety. Oh gosh, there goes my throat. I want to stop the GOP from taxing student loan forgiveness. I want college to be free. It's our birthright. Come on. I want to overturn Citizens United. I want the Disclose Act to pass. I want radical, awesome health care for all. I want the EPA to make sure our air and water are clean everywhere. Jeez. The GOP, they often say stuff just to grab the narrative for shock value. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, we got to get... Rick Scott needs to get out. I want Rick Scott out of all politics. Okay, you guys, I did not realize how much at the nexus he is and all the stuff going on in Florida. Like, we all know what's going on with Don Oholio and all of them, whether it's trafficking or the Russia or whatever. There's a guy. This guy, did you guys hear about this? Thank you to who alerted me of this. Anton. This guy passed away this past week. He was appointed by DeSantis as like the criminal elections division overseer, whatever. Okay. So basically his job was, I looked at it from so many different angles. He was so important to the Republican Party to win the midterms and to win the elections. Let's talk about this guy because this really bugged me. Rest in peace, PETRIFIED. Apparently did he die Thursday or he died sometime this week. And he was appointed on July 6th. Oh my gosh. You cannot make this up. What was it? 27 degrees. Something. It might have even been Virgo 27 degrees. You cannot make this stuff up, you guys. When I talk about asteroids, there's actually an asteroid, ANTON-ACCGOP. This day, July 6th, is when DeSantis appointed him to that whatever elections, crime, whatever he's overseeing, elections, whatever. We know it's not for that. On this day, I think it was he was exactly Virgo 27 degrees. It was a 27 degree mark. On July 6th, he was pointed that. On that day, you guys know I have an asteroid for Bi's ballot. Okay? He was conjunct this asteroid at 27 degrees Virgo. You cannot make this up. Now I have to find it. Where is it? I had to do a whole big thing on him because I just could not believe what I was seeing. That's DC. Where are you, Antonacci? There's the chart. I made a generic, like no planets, anything, just a generic Tarotscope to get a feel for what his job is and what he does. And he is the go-between, okay? Basically, whatever they were planning for the midterms there in Florida, it was like he was in charge of it. But there is a foreign agent they're working with, I think maybe it's Qatar, because clearly he was having foreign help with whatever it is he is shuffling back and forth. And this is his job, and the GOP needs it. And somehow Rick Scott is really involved. Maybe Rick Scott got it started, but it's like Donald is deeply involved, and so is DeSantis. But DeSantis has been coming over here later. The GOP is definitely leaning more towards DeSantis because Donald's out of power. Show me what this guy did. I mean, he might have been 27 Gemini, whatever. The sun came and was at 27 degrees Virgo this week, and it was like that day he died. Show me Antonacci. Show me Bi's ballot asteroid. His plan for the midterms. This dude, they got away. But I swear this guy's like, and the GOP, what do they need from all these guys? Like this is kind of a quiet headache in the background with these guys. Whoo, 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 whoo. The Ace of Swords, the Sword of Victory. This guy was intimately involved with how they were going to win elections. Nine of Wands on the defense, protecting something within their plan that people cannot permeate, and taking action as such. There are people on the ground who take action for this. So this guy, the Nine of Swords, he was a data carrier. I had traced him to also like working with DeSantis and Mar-a-Lago in documents. So the Nine of Swords, yes, high anxiety. His job was high anxiety to deal with this. But this is also like where he was in the level of carrying stuff. Remember, the tens are the end. Like Tom Barrack's trial that's starting, I'm seeing so many like 8, 9, 10s with him. Like he's a spy for someone else. He had to make sure something got done here. This guy is like one of those nines that gets something done. It is raining. For Russia, China. So he's one of the top guys to complete something here with his role. What did Bi's ballot mean? The Empress, the Russia, and a spy. A spy for Russia regarding our elections. In the midterms, he somehow to turn government, not into a functioning government, but to keep it this way that they like. But their challenge is the Six of Pentacles, the balance of the vote, GOP, Democrats. And now he's gone, so they're just really having a problem here. There is a foreign agent they work with. Yes, the Two of Wands. There's a person that they work with representing another nation related to this election stuff with the surveillance and data. And this is still going on. This is why they have to protect the election so much for them. And the GOP is
depends on them because it makes them strong in their elections. It gives them the upper hand, the King of Swords, the say-so, the hacking, so that they can steal elections. Seven of Swords. But now this dude, he died. So what does it mean for that position now? That position he had, the Empress. It was everything. Like, I was wondering, was he the only one with hard copies of whatever? Or is he like the only one with like passwords and access to... Do they have a duplicate, or was he the only one? So he's gone. There's an abundance of information. And the problem now is how to get this stuff moving and going. They're stopped. Buys ballot. Because he's gone. The Secret. With the Page of Pentacles, people and data. Somehow is compromised. With the midterms, he's not here. So what does that mean? They're caught. And on the defense. They're caught with whatever they're trying to protect. What about this foreign agent now that he's gone? The Knight of Wands. That person can't do anything. Who do I talk to? I have no one to talk to and do this. The Ten of Pentacles from the dynasty that linked Russia, China, family to here. And now the GOP's like, what? 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 The King of Pentacles. What is the King of Pentacles, the King of Data, going to do? The Four of Swords, laying low because they have a method. They have software and how this works to steal. And the GOP's like Eight of Wands reversed. It really hampers their ability to attack the midterms in Florida because the Knight of Swords, they need a Knight of Swords. It's blank. And the Knight of Cups. So they don't have a space for these people who make these offerings. So you can't do what now with the Eight of Wands? Seven of Pentacles. Build up their lead. Build up their databases. This Knight of Swords can't do what now? Well, the challenge is the agreement now with to conspire. Oh my God, this Two of Cups, Three of Cups. To make judgments in targeting with voters and what to say and do. This Knight of Cups now can't offer, whoops. Can't offer. Tower, Five of Pentacles reverse. Moreover, the documents at Mar-a-Lago they don't have access to for the vote counts and the King of Wands and being able to take leadership. This is a big, huge problem. It has gotten hardly any coverage, but I am telling you, they have now have a serious midterm problem. They have to solve while Mercury is retrograde. We've had a new moon in Libra. Venus is going to be leaving Virgo where they think they can manipulate things, but they can't. Just watch. They're going to kind of fall flat on their face. They've been kind of having the upper hand in some things. Things have been kind of going their way lately because they always pounce when Venus is weak. How are you guys doing? Does that mean they have a chance to win? I think they do, but again, what have I been telling you guys about Mercury retrograde? When Mercury is retrograde, what we think is true is not true. We are clearing stuff out. So let these guys have their field day and scare everyone because Biden was on a tear for a while, okay? This is their moment of pause where they think everything is working for them. But hello, Mercury's retrograde. I think it's retrograde until the 2nd. It leaves shadow around the 15th. And by then, we're headed for a total lunar eclipse on election day, you guys. And that happens hours before the polls open on the East Coast. So people who are going to be voting are going to suddenly have a revelation when they wake up that day and like, oh, I should do this. I mean, don't be surprised if there's a lot of changes in the way people vote on election day because the moon is conjunct the planet Uranus, okay? And those of you going to the polls on election day, please be careful. That is going to be a crazy, nutty day. I mean, I don't really want to be around people. It's just going to be a crazy, crazy day. It's going to take a while for things to like calm down. But again, it's going to tag team with the eclipses we just had during May, and then the eclipse we had last year. It's going to be a whopper this election season. I know that the full moon is like November 8th. I don't know when the new moon solar eclipse is, but like until then, people are going to be feeling very unsettled because we're getting closer and closer to these eclipses. And as we get closer and closer, there's not a lot of wiggle room. There's just not any juice left to really get some kind of campaign going. This is another reason why they're going to fall flat on their face, because they're trying to do this stuff during Mercury retrograde and Venus is weak, and the world's going to move on, and they cannot make a lot of changes until we have some eclipses and the energies get moving. It just gets really kind of dry. It kind of gets desperate under these conditions. So promise yourself, I'm not going to fall for crappy psyops. I want to release that trap from my experience and my elections. I've been saying all year, this 2022, the year of USA's long Pluto return, everything is in flux. Everything is changing. Nothing stays or sticks, except for POTUS. POTUS and his plans, because he's been in office. It's like he's the only one that gets to kind of dictate stuff, even though things are in flux. He's the one that keeps it going. And all of us are reacting to it because we're not in that position. He's represented by the sun, the thing that gives warmth to our nation and gives life to our nation. He represents that with VP Harris. They're in good position. They are going to seem like they're kind of, what am I looking for? They're going to seem like they're taking a back step, or maybe they've missed some things, but that's the nature of this Mercury retrograde where Venus is, and the fact that we're running out of juice. Not only because it's eclipse season, but because of our Pluto return. We have another Pluto return to go. I thought it was in November. It's actually, I think it's Christmas Eve. New Year's Eve, you guys. It's like at the end of December. So it might seem like he has missteps, but he doesn't. But I'm going to tell you, the GOP has nothing. They have no substance. Their stuff is paper thin, like, confetti in the air, or just papers that didn't make a trash can. They have nothing because they are so compromised. But POTUS, look at my petrified wood, has substance. They have nothing. They have nothing. How are you guys doing? Hi, Michael Grant. You guys are wearing your masks. Good. I know there's just certain there's certain places where I mask up. It's been nice this summer. I haven't really had to because I haven't really been around a lot of people. But anyway,
Okay. Okay, you guys good? Hi, Therese. Therese is here. Hi. Okay, we haven't even looked at this chart. We haven't even looked at this chart. And how long have I been going? I have a chart. Okay, so I followed up on the things that I wanted to follow up and catch up on. Did I? What is this? Yes, the 6 months of, we found out the raid, the affidavit, there was 6 months of video surveillance that they got at Mar-a-Lago prior to what the search. That PETRIFIED is very important to Florida. Watch out, Florida is in trouble. And the raid on the Russian oligarch in Bulgaria was very important, and I don't think a lot of people found that out. So now I feel like I can talk about our new moon in Libra. We've talked a little bit about what this is about, but we need to see what's going on in Washington, D.C. Again, this is our first new moon in Libra, post USA Pluto Return rounds 1 and 2. It is going to be extra heavy and important. It is going to pack a punch. It's going to change the way we dialogue and the way things get sorted out in DC. I mean, it is going to be so radically different. People are going to be like, have you ever seen anything like this before? I've never seen this with our justice system. I've never seen our partnerships like that. I mean, everything is, it's going to be a bit stunning because Libra is ruled by the planet Venus. Venus is weak right now in Virgo, but Venus also represents Uranus in Taurus, which is triggering so very, very, very much. I think I just want to do this Tarotscope over DC with you with this new moon, because I don't think we've done a Tarotscope in a long time. I mean, there's been so much going on. I've only had time to do them on my own in the background. But this new moon Libra, wow. It is, okay, so let's take a look at this. So this new moon in Libra was at about 5:55 p.m. in Washington, D.C. It's interesting because over here, which is nice, we've got the sun, moon, Mercury, and Venus all lined up here in the 7th house, okay? So not only does Libra have to do with the scales of justice, it owns this real estate here. That it has to do with our partnerships, who we decide to marry, who we go into business with. It's our opponent. There is so much activity happening. This is above the horizon, so we can see what's going on. There is not any doubt about it. Things that are hidden in this chart, we've got Saturn has just risen in the eastern horizon in Aquarius. I just got, this is bad for Putin. Putin is just in bad shape. But it's almost like the authority, the things that are being done behind the scenes, we can't see. This is very interesting because things are going to get started, kicked off with a punch. I am not sure. Oh my God, Donald is in trouble. Oh my goodness. Oh, expect a poop ton of January 6th stuff. That it's like the rest of the year involves a lot of that. And the reason why I say that is because the very foundation, the very bottom of this chart, that's anchoring this chart, center of gravity, so to speak, 17 Gemini, Mars is at 18 degrees Gemini. The North Node, where we're headed on the day of the January 6th insurrection, was 19 Gemini. So this is triggering so much, holy crap, so much stuff from then. And I don't even, do you guys know when Mercury or Mars retrogrades in Gemini? I don't know when. I have not had time to look that up. But Mars is here. It's going to retrograde. So it's going to be rolling around here for another 4 months or so.
And remember, Donald's sun is 22 degrees Gemini. It's conjunct him. So this is going to agitate him more. It's going to create so many messes for him on so many fronts because his solar return, his sun was over here in the 7th house, opposition. So he's going to have also so many indescribable problems going on here. I just can't even. Okay. Oh, and look at that. So his Mercury is 8 Cancer. Palace, Wonder Woman, the strategizer, is at 8 Cancer. So it's like he's strategizing, but our government, our leader, our defensive, they have got something figured out to deal with him and his mercurial things and problems that we're all so sick of. Okay? How are you guys doing? Mars, oh, Holly. Mars will retrograde on October 30th. Holly, do you happen to know what degree it will be? Because it'll be rolling around that degree point for like a month, I think. So, Mars retrograde, October 30th. Thank you. Yeah, Shelby, I also have a thunderstorm too. Well, rain. It stopped raining. Michael Grant, Marifrado. 40 subpoenas or something. You ain't seen nothing yet. Happy post-election blues. They say Putin has left Moscow. That is very interesting. There's a lot going on. Again, Mercury retrograde and the way the Venus and Mercury behaving right now, triggering that eclipse from last May, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, the last reading I did just showed how out of sync he is and no access to power he has with the military and day-to-day ops. He thinks he can get, the reins have been cosmically taken away from him. Yes, Linda Foster. Linda G has always said she saw him running. I need to start watching everyone again. Wild Heart. He'll be taken by his own people very soon. Okay. I so want to read on that, but I'm being told, wait. Okay, I will wait. I kind of glanced at the New Moon Libra charts. He is a Libra. Oh, I think there's something with Eris. I don't know if Eris, the F around and find out asteroid, is opposite his sun. I think it's the progressed Russia. The progressed Russia chart has something where, I don't know if it's the top of their chart, but it's 24 degrees Aries. Their progressed chart, how your chart changes every year. It's like on one of these points, it's the F around and find out. And he's finding out. And oh my God, oh gosh, that's, okay, stay focused, because there's so much happening. So let's take out the astrology cards. I'm going to do this Tarotscope with you guys, because we haven't done one together in a long time. Also, if you're going to keep writing out new moon and the 6th house of routine. Was I just speaking about the military and intelligence? Please include wishes. I'll just write it right now. I want harmony as I adjust to Libra season. I want to easily dispose of and release that which no longer serves me. Okay. I want harmony as I adjust to Libra season. And I want to easily dispose of and release that which no longer serves me. Okay? Oh, you guys. I want strong, healthy kidneys. I want the right body pH balance.
I want to, you guys, mineralize my body ahead of eclipse season, because this total lunar eclipse, Taurus, Scorpio is a mineral hog. Libra needs copper and zinc. Mineralize. I'm telling you right now, and get that colon moving, because we're in the fall. You do not want backlog or jams with your organs of elimination, okay? Take care of your colon, please. Oh, I didn't even think about that. And you know what? I accidentally ordered twice of something, and well, now I guess I'm going to use it all. Okay. How are you guys doing? Michael, this is interesting. It's interesting, yes. Michael, I want a full-blown investigation of alter egos tapping into the Medicare and Social Security Trust Fund, audited and inked to funding the... Okay. I want my all USA Social Security 100% protected. Medicare, Medicaid, 100% protected. What else is this? I want rating this to be investigated. Okay. Yes, we want all that protected. Again, those are Venusian things, and interesting. The GOP is going after it when Venus is weak in Virgo. Virgo represents the sign of service. They think because it's weekend, this is a good idea to go after it. They're so just dumb. Just wait. This is a whole new fall. We've not seen anything like this, okay? Okay. Tarot, show me, what do we have in store for this new moon? Libra over Washington, D.C. Oops. Is this better? Is that too dark? Wow. This first house body keeps showing up. I'm just not totally sure what to make of it. The body obviously has to do with one's well-being. It's the health of the nation. But I've been seeing it where, you know, like maybe there's like a big attack, not like so much a domestic terror attack, but like in war, and in the end result, something happens, or there's like a target on someone's body or a leader. This is very interesting to me. Saturn truth. The truth is coming out. The Grand Cross Provoker, this is Don Holio, is still going to be trying to provoke things. And the Dark Moon, this has to be January 6th with this here. Okay, so what is my stuff? Let me write this down. So we've got Dark Moon Lilith. Wait, we're going to start here. The first house, Saturn, Grand Cross, Provoke, and the Dark Moon Lilith. First house of the body. The 7th house part. Oh, how lovely is this? This is so Libra, I can't handle it. So, we are about our relationships and partnerships. Even when it comes to January 6th, we are about our relationships and partnerships. This is what is front and center. Wow. Second house. Oh, should we go? Area of secrets. We've got Saturn here. Moon, Sol. This is the China card. I'm telling you, there's so much China going on. Secrets, hidden enemies. Mercury, retrograde, reinvention. Now, I have been seeing like this counter-offensive that Ukraine has been having success. Seems to be driven by this card. I've been seeing Don Julio and the GOP and Putin reacting to what's going on reverse. So upright, I feel like we still have got some secrets going on in how we are dealing with geopolitics, okay? 11th house, these are your friends and networks. North Node reversed, life's purpose. So these are networks. There are some groups that would rather have us not go the direction our destiny wants us to. This feels like conflict and resistance. Crowning Washington, D.C., 9th house faith. These is our laws, Department of Justice, Interpol, our alliances and relationships around the world. This is also about extremists, well, reversed. A lot of information coming out about the law, investigations, law enforcement, our courts here and abroad. Over here in the 9th house, which has a lunar eclipse energy right there. 3rd house messages reversed. These are like, you know, those texts that like, so Secret Service said, oh, they don't have any of the texts, they got deleted. No, they didn't. They're there. They've always been there. These are also intercepts going to the 3rd house. So the law, DOJ has them from here and abroad. 8th house shared resources, we have the 4th house roots. So those resources we share, we're in partnership for the 4th house, protecting home, our defenses. 7th house partnerships. Now this is where the Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus are. This is packed. Libra, I balance. This has to do with all of our enemies that bring things out of balance. Fight the law, rewrite the law, just do a lot of effery with the scales of justice. You can see there's harmonious blue lines and there's T-squares here with so it's like some days it'll seem like this, other days like this. It's just going to be like a seesaw. Now, the 6th house of public service. Oh my goodness. Capricorn, I use. This is the card that has shown to be that which like Donald would use to exploit and use government resources, whether it was for himself or, you know, maybe I'll give some to KJU. Reversed. The 6th house of public service, our military. We're going to be finding our intel. We're going to be finding out more about how things were exploited, used. Yeah, there is stuff sitting there. 5th house of the sun, POTUS. Oh boy. Now, 5th house creativity. This I have seen with Donald and I've seen in DC where it's like Don Julio and them are trying to figure out how to keep Don Julio in power, how to keep Putin in power, how to keep the leadership thing going. But POTUS, our POTUS, with partnerships, the people, communications, and our values. He's got a strategy here with Pallas Athena and addressing Dark Moon Lilith, our pain. And I feel like it's also to keep Donald out and accountable. So it's like he really owns, POTUS owns this space, you guys, this whole month. That is a very good sign. 4th house USA defenses, Sun, Spirit, Revelation. There is something new coming out in the way we defend and how we will continue going about defending ourselves. 3rd house, stability. Oh, yes, we want stability with our messaging, but this is more like a card that Donald relies upon, like with China or other like spy hubs like in West Texas. With messages intercepted, the messages we're intercepting that DOJ has is lending a ton of stability in this area of communications and like local travel, where we go locally and how we understand one another. 2nd house, our values, our substance, Mercury, mind. So these are the details. These are the details. These are the things we do. These are the things that need to get done. A lot of movement here. Mercury is in retrograde. USA Mercury is retrograde. I like this here because the North Node is also here. We have Eris, F around, find out. There's like so much accountability in here. I really like this. Okay, good. How are you guys doing? Oh, wait. I need to plug this in. Doesn't January 6th committee have, yes, 80,000 communications of Secret Service now? Thought I just saw that today. They do. I was trying to say, I know I didn't Tarotscope on it, but I'm like, those messages, they're not lost. Believe you me, they're not lost. They say they were lost. Remember, January 2021 is when J6 happened. We found out June 8th, 6 months later, about ANOM. The FBI encrypted app had over 25 million messages that were stored on another server of a third country. I'm like, been thinking now it's more likely, Ukraine and Taiwan, possibly another government. I totally forget who that is. And so, there goes my throat. You guys know you can't, nothing is ever totally deleted. So, yeah, they're just silly to think that stuff would be deleted, especially with the people who were put in charge, as if we didn't see who was being put in charge, and as if they didn't pre-plan to secure everything before they decided to go, declassify everything or just open everything up to vulnerabilities. It's just so silly. Okay, so Donald has his North Node in the 9th at the 21st degree, conjunct his natal moon. Does this placement suggest the apparent subversion of the judicial branch, as recent events suggest? Yes, and okay, so it also gives him a knack to do that, but it also accounts for all of his fidelity to foreign nations, because the South Node then is in the 3rd house, locally, your home and your neighborhood, your families, your siblings. He doesn't want to have anything. He has nothing to do with that. His destiny, his determination, where he's fulfilled, his moon represents the physical and emotional body, is overseas and effery with the legal system and playing with extremists. Yeah. I like my fake candle. It's kind of nice. Okay, let's get the tarot cards.
Yes, his sister was a district court judge who stepped down because of her tax planning for her brother. Pamela, the last 3 weeks, it was Donald who was going crazy with how he's replacing all those department heads. I know. But I feel like, because at the time, I'm so glad Chris Ray kept his position at the time, even though we weren't totally sure which side he was on all the time. But he kept the position. He was like a placeholder, so nobody could get there. Okay? We needed him to do that. And as it turns out, thank goodness. I wish more people kept their places. I know a lot of you guys might not like that Stephanie Grisham, but my gosh, she was the spokesperson. She was there all 4 years. So when you're trying to connect information beginning to end, she's like an observer. Okay? I know, Shelby Lisa, when someone tells you they hire the best people, you know they hire the bottom of the barrel. Because he's talking both sides of his mouth. Why even bring it up? Why would he recite that poem? You knew I was a snake when you let me in. He announced it all. He announced everything he was doing. Yes, good, Pamela. Okay, let's look at this Tarotscope. What's going on? Washington, D.C. Who are you? Washington, D.C. The secret. Oh my gosh, you guys. The ascendant is 7 degrees Pisces. Just, within the 10 minutes prior, what has risen here at like 3 degrees Pisces? That is the sun for Pluto return, number 1. Do you realize what kind of secret strategery is going on here behind the scenes with Saturn leading the way? Because things rotate like this. Saturn leading the way. We've got Vesta here. Those are like public servants. And the Pluto return. So it's like they're getting extra protection for whatever secret plan they have to carry out whatever's going to be carried out. I mean, that is just really lovely. The second Pluto oh my gosh, you guys. The second Pluto return on July 11th, I believe, was at 18 Cancer. And the dark moon Lilith is here at 18 Cancer. That is also the exact midpoint of USA Sun and Mercury. So it's this synergy, this point between the leader of the nation, Mercury, mercurial things, agreements, digital documents, people, in everything, language, communications. Is it that synergy of that point plus the pain, POTUS, 5th house as POTUS? And what's leading that is strategy. You guys, there's so much power in this chart for us and POTUS. Okay. Hidden enemy. th house networks. That's reversed too. It's crowning Washington, D.C. Okay.
for you guys watching other readers, I would expect that they might be seeing changes in the patterns of their cards in the coming weeks, and especially into October and November. There's so much change coming ahead. Oh boy, where have we seen this before? We have the Ace of Swords, the Truth. It could be about the kids. It could be people in service. There's intercepts on them. Information about our defenses and taking action to protect those defenses. We're getting some intel. This is what's energizing the chart. Okay, first house, Washington, D.C., the world. We're coming to the close with a cycle on a world level with the Russia secret inflicting harm and problems everywhere. They like to hide their secrets in the sign of Pisces. So it's like the Pluto return number 1 burnt off all the haze and confusion of their gaslighting crap. It's coming, things are coming into focus. The secret, the Justice Department, and the Page of Pentacles, people they have data on. They could be texts. They could be intercepts. More documents. I just feel very happy about this. This is with the China-Russia. Oh, hidden enemy. Here we go, 5 of Cups. This is like the China-Russia too. Including other countries that hack. 8 of, oh boy. We have got a plan as a counterpunch against them. We've been working on. Whoa. Networks. We have the Knight of Swords reversed. That is like disrupting intel, disrupting a play. Just kind of out of control and off target. The 6 of Wands. The 6 Wands mob. Something is going to be setting these people off. Good for us, bad for them. The 6 Wands mob. That used to be like Trump, Putin, Unji, Netanyahu, all them. It's crowning Washington, D.C. We've got the Queen of Wands reversed. Gosh, I hope that's overturning the coup. I hope that is Putin getting overturned and the fallout. You guys. I need to get some more water. Damn, you guys, that is a change in leadership from a different nation and their influence. That is that. Okay. Man. So we're now at the 9th house. Law enforcement, lands far away. Extremists. Intercepted messages. So this tells me the 10 of Swords reversed. Whatever messages were intercepted, maybe we were claimed from the Mar-a-Lago. These could also be sham, like false documents, but that were traceable to the point of where they went to and where they were left off. The Queen of Swords reversed. That's like another hacking nation or another nation helping us with those intercepts. You guys, they have everything. They have everything. Shared resources. The 8th house. This has to do with defenses. We have Libra and Scorpio here. The Lovers. The Lovers is an agreement with another nation. When the traitors are betraying the United States, they actually are reversed because they've turned on the United States with another nation. Well, well, well. To me, this reads like an agreement. I just got Taiwan. I've got the Indo-Pacific agreements we have with other nations to deal with this China-Russia thing. Whew. 7th house partners. This is reversed. The Fool card is obviously sending someone on their way, but this is my card for indictments and charges sealed. We might not know about it just yet, but Libra I balance, pray tell that this is unsealing, and the challenge is the 2 of Wands reversed. People not being able to carry out their evilness. They can't get it done. 6th house, public servants, military. Oh, somebody's been talking with one another. This is my much card. I need another card. So someone's been talking to someone about trying to hang on. That's one side of the conversation. Oh, and the 8 of Wands. Do you mean to tell me that maybe we have people who have flipped and are cooperating? Capricorn, I use reverse. We're using those people as cooperators? Could be interesting. 5th house of the Sun. We have 3 of Pentacles and the Emperor. A plan to deal with Don Julio and what he's done. This has also been Merrick Garland. He's been showing up a lot when he does his stuff. 4th house defenses. We have the Star reversed. These are Mar-a-Lago documents. These are nuke things. This is like people like that guy who just died in Florida, and then also accomplices abroad. Star reversed. I don't feel like this is hopeless because we've got the Sun spirit here. Something feels like it could not be carried out. 3rd house. Here you go. Queen of Pentacles. A nation with data. This could also be like Deputy Lisa Monaco with the information. It could also be like a Janet Yellen as our Treasury Secretary. But we're talking about messages that were moved. Making a move. Intercepts. The 2nd house. The 8 of Cups. Revisiting something. Something got set up. Oh, the 7 of Cups. A plan. Mercury mind. A plan that has been set up. That's been disguised. The 5 of Swords to win. Is this the Mafia or is it... It's to win. This is a 5. There's still some work to go with an agreement. Their justice system. We've got some more work to do here. That is the Tarotscope over Washington, D.C. with this remarkable new moon Libra with USA's year of her Pluto return. I have been waiting for this new moon Libra because this is the skies of Washington, D.C. This is everything with our scales of justice and how we conduct ourselves in the world and regaining our balance with ourselves and one another. So I'm going to end it there. Thank you guys so much for coming out. Thank you for helping participate with our new moon intentions. This is going to be a packed month. Take it easy. Be good to yourselves. We're still in Mercury retrograde. There's still like lying stuff out there that doesn't seem really real. Ignore it. Moderators, thank you so much for your help. And thank you guys for your donations. I so appreciate it. We're going to be okay, you guys. This is going to be a wild month. Hopefully not as wild as the others. So, oh, there goes my throat. Be safe.
I'm glad to see you guys. I'm glad you guys are doing better. Thank you, Pamela. Thank you, Cartomancy. Bye, Elektra. And dine a ham sandwich, Michael. Good night, everyone. Hi, Shelby. Good night. Thank you, Pearlie. Thank you, Catherine. Thank you, Holly. Thank you, Mountain Dancer. And Leo Liar. All hail the Queen. Thank you, Paisley. Junosphere, Mary. Thank you, Carol. Okay, we'll see you later. Have a good one. Bless you. Good night.